Hello book nerds, welcome to Bookshelf Bunny. I'm Kim and this is a short review of My Roommate is a Vampire. So I read this book. It was big on the Bookstagram for a while and I liked the premise, so I picked it up and it was good. I only gave it a 3 out of 5, but that's only because there were a few vampire mythos things that didn't sit right with me. But overall it was a really fun story. So the basic premise is our protagonist. She is a struggling artist and she's kind of bouncing from place to place, trying to make ends meet while following her passion. And she's just having a hard time of it. And her best friends happen to find an ad on Craigslist for a dirt cheap apartment with a roommate. And so she jumps on it because, hello, why not? But she's a little wary because it's only $200 for rent, and that's really low. And so everything in her screams, well, there's a catch. There's something wrong with this situation. But she's kind of hard on her luck, and so she goes for it. She risks it. And yes, as the title of the book says, so it's not a spoiler, after some slight shenanigans, she comes to realize that her roommate has a secret and that he is a vampire. But not just any vampire, he is a vampire who has been asleep for like a century by accident because one of his vampire buddies messed with him and it caused some problems. And so his whole goal is he's trying to reacquaint himself with modern society, and he needs help, he needs a guide, and that's why he's looking for a roommate. So the two of them, they go on this hilarity-filled adventure where she's teaching him about the modern world, and he's got his little vampire quirks and secrets. And it's all in all, it's a good show. A good book. Ultimately, it is a romance, rom-com kind of cozy read, but I mean, it is not horror at all. So if you're looking for a vampire horror story here, no, it is not that. But it's a fun, cozy little rom-com type read, and I really enjoyed it. The only reason it didn't get a higher star rating for me was because vampire mythos issues. So I've kind of touched on it before, but I can't get into the Twilight series because vampires don't sparkle. I have like a vendetta against that. There are certain vampire mythos that I feel should stay true to a vampire story, and most of them were that in this book, but there were a few. One in particular, which I will not share, you'll just have to read it and find out. It's a special power that he has that is specific to himself, and it's ridiculous. It's utterly ridiculous. So you're just gonna have to read to find out what that is, but it's ridiculous. There is kind of a thing where the sun doesn't hurt him. In his case, it kind of does. He has an extra sensitivity because he's been asleep for like 100 years and he has to like build up a tolerance to the sun. I don't really like that. It's not the worst thing. At least it doesn't sparkle in the sun. But it still didn't quite sit right with me. And just small things like that in the whole vampire mythos that just I can't get behind. I just can't do it. All in all though, it was a really good read and I do recommend you pick it up. Just be prepared for some ridiculousness. Just be prepared for that. Check it out, read it. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Has anyone else read My Roommate is a Vampire? If so, what were your thoughts? I'd love to hear from you. All right, that's really all I've got. That's it from me. As always, happy reading.